This is awful. I have a very close friend that didn't make it today. So when we talk about praying, I hope people will. My AG campaign was out of that building. I know virtually everyone in it. That's my bank. Yes, I know that there are steps that the police department is taking to do things better after a recent report, but we certainly saw, I think, the very best from them today. And I want to thank them and all our other law enforcement officers for responding and doing their best to try to save some of my friends and many others. Thank you all.
I want to thank them for responding and doing their best to try to save some of my friends. That was Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear speaking today. It is a remarkable thing, but I suppose it was probably statistically inevitable given the number of mass shootings we now have in this country. Today, the governor of this state where this latest mass shooting happened had to announce that he personally knew multiple victims in this gun massacre in downtown Louisville. Governor Beshear said that one of the people killed today was one of the governor's closest friends. He said today, quote, "Tommy Elliott helped me build my law career and helped me become governor. He gave me advice on being a good dad. He's one of the people I talk to most in the world." Remarkably, look at this. Florida Senator Rick Scott, Republican Senator Rick Scott of Florida tonight, also tweeted his condolences to Tommy Elliott's family, saying he too considered Mr. Elliott a friend, said he was somebody he'd known for many years. Now, since we've come on the air tonight, just this hour, the death toll in today's mass shooting in Louisville has climbed. I said at the top of the hour that of the 13 people who were shot today, 4 of them had died. Since we have been on the air, another one of the people who was shot has succumbed to those wounds. So it's now 5 people dead and 8 more injured. In addition to Tommy Elliott, the other victims have been identified as Jim Tutt, Joshua Barrick, Juliana Farmer, and now newly Deanna Eckert, whose name was just confirmed by local police a short time ago. Among the 8 other people who were injured, there's a 26-year-old police officer among them, an officer named Nicholas Wilt from the Louisville Metroville Police Department. He was shot in the head while responding to the incident. Officer Wilt underwent brain surgery this morning. He's in critical but stable condition. I should tell you, Officer Wilt, as you can see how young he is here, he'd only been on the job for 10 days when he reported for work this morning. According to local police, responding officers arrived on the scene in 3 minutes after they first were alerted to the shooting. They exchanged gunfire with the suspect who was killed at the scene. Police have confirmed that the shooter was an employee of the bank. They've also confirmed that he live streamed his attack today on social media, which is a thing they do now. The mayor of Louisville, Craig Greenberg, himself survived a shooting last year. A gunman entered his campaign office on Valentine's Day last year, opened fire directly at him. He was very nearly shot himself. A bullet went through his sweater that he was wearing without hitting him, which is a miracle. The mayor thanked police officers for their actions today, called today's events an evil act of gun violence. As I noted at the top of the show, as police responded to this shooting at the Old National Bank in downtown Louisville, other police officers who were part of the call had to peel off because there was another deadly shooting 2 miles away, less than 2 miles away, at Jefferson Community and Technical College. Police say these 2 incidents, while simultaneous and while less than 2 miles apart, were otherwise not related, because this is how we Americans live now. 2 shootings, one after the other, less than 2 miles apart. At least 6 people dead in the 2 of them. Here, this is business as usual, with many of us, including a governor, probably having known a victim of gun violence or more by now.